I often wonder how casually we use the word is. We say sun is, moon is, galaxy is, black hole is. And somehow that tiny word is makes us feel like we have understood something. But what do we actually mean when we say something is? And let alone a galaxy or a black hole, just take a simple example of a stone. We say this is a stone. But what exactly are we saying? Beneath the hard, apparently immobile exterior of any piece of stone, we know scientifically lies a swirling world of high energy activity, like its molecules are vibrating according to its temperature, its electrons are in constant motion. Different processes are taking place within its atoms. And stone, of course, interacts continuously with light and gravity and everything around it. So it's not even localized. So, all in all, a stone consists of many processes. So, what exactly is the stone? We cannot really ask what a stone is, we can only ask what it does or how we experience it. We have no reason to suppose that it consists of anything other than totality of what it does. Ordinarily, I imagine that first a stone is, and then because it exists, it does things. But when I examine it, I don't encounter this underlying being of a stone. All I encounter is vibration, interaction, movements, forces, processes. All I encounter is doing, not being, you see. Any statement about what anything is only has a utility to the extent that it implies what it does. So perhaps being isn't some independent property hiding underneath reality. Perhaps being exists only as a neurological and linguistic illusion, a way our mind and language compress an ongoing process into something we can recognize and name. You see, language needs noun to function. So we take something happening and call it a thing, a stone, a tree, a dog. But perhaps a stone is a verb and not a noun. A noun makes something fluid appear fixed. It turns becoming into being. We need stable words to navigate a changing world. But the convenience of the word doesn't mean reality itself is divided into the stable objects our grammar suggests. Of course, I can't help myself but talk about Heraclitus here, the philosopher of becoming. For him, reality wasn't fundamentally a collection of fixed things. It was a continuous process of change and transformation. His famous quote, Pantaria, everything flows. We inhabit a universe of events, not a universe full of things. The things we see may simply be relatively stable patterns within an ongoing process. We name those patterns, and then language quietly persuades us that there must be something underneath that simply is. There is nothing, you see. There is no independent object which just is. Maybe being is just a convenient way of speaking about becoming. So ideally, we shouldn't ask, what is this? The better question is, what is happening here? Alfred not Whitehead, A.N. Whitehead, who turned metaphysician after he was disappointed in mathematics, he coined this very interesting term, fallacy of misplaced concreteness. So it's not like being doesn't exist. The concreteness, the solidity of being where we place it is mistaken. There is only one being. A stone has no independent being of its own. It's the product of easing of existence. And everything which we attribute a noun, a name, is a doing of that being. The point of saying that there is no inherent being in a stone, like Buddhist does, is not to dismantle being. It's to dismantle the false concreteness of being where it doesn't belong. A true being doesn't belong inside an object as an object. No stone possesses its own individual isness, or it is just a doing of one thing which is.